Yes, ladies, just to let you know, that is my office cubicle. If you like to step it this way, I'll be happy to show you in, if you know what I'm saying. Whatever. Yes, this is Captain Paladin LP, and welcome to another episode of Let's Talk, and I'm doing this because I don't know why I'm doing this, because I'm an asshole. I'm pretty much a dork. But thanks to Hemzak, and no thanks to Sonic Fan 10715 for taking my idea in the first place. You know, I mean, seriously, Sonic Fan is like, you know, almost like, you know, when people take my ideas, you know, it's almost like it's all kind of mockery doing it. You know, I mean, really. But there's no full body shot, so he's going to see. Whatever the case is. Enough about that. But I'm doing this for the ALS Ice Bucket Challenge. I have my bucket, a pot, filled with ice. So if you want to see what I'm doing. But this is, of course, Let's Talk, remember episode 21. I have a lot to talk about. But please. I'm really scared to death about doing this, but you know what? I don't give a rat's ass, you know? Seriously. Oh, I mean, I'm in my Canadian shirt right now. PGP will be proud because of Hemzak, of course, endorsed this from me, but this is my lovely cubicle I could take a shower in. Of course, this is the idea that, you know, I like to escort the ladies in at some point, you know, whatever. But here we go. Make sure it's pointed up. With clothes on, because I have my underwear and my shorts on right now, so. Whatever the case is, let's get this over with. Make sure this is closed. Make sure you see me. See the pot. Oh yeah, I see you. Because I'm nearsighted, I don't know what to talk about. This is, of course, something you will not see in a rated X porn film, or whatever you want to see. Well, how would I know? I don't know. Whatever the case is. Well, there you have it. The ALS ALSIceBucketChallenge Challenge. Thank you, Hemzak, but no thanks to Sonic Fan 00715 because they took my idea of the Tame Podcast, ladies. That's all I have to say to you. I don't know what else to say. But if any other lady would like to step right in and have a good time, be my guest. That's all I gotta say. But I probably won't last long as one of my kidneys is actually hurting right now, and I don't know what else to do. But whatever the case is, Lady Sinister 416. Also, I nominate her. Also, Eliza J. If you want to do it, I doubt you would do it, but you're about the only other girl I would like to. I know, that's about it. So. On with the Let's Talk feature. And I am soaking wet. Things I do for love these days. Bye-bye. You don't want to see me naked. No, you don't. Because I am a dinosaur. Okay, I'm getting random. And we're back here on the episode 21 of Let's Talk. You're currently seeing the next episode of Let's Craft with
I'm running into LP, but this, of course, is just a brief Let's Talk episode. Some, like I said, maybe some will be brief, some will not be so brief. But of course, I was in the shower and I wore boxer briefs, if that case you were wondering. Whatever the case is, you know what I was doing for the ALS challenge. I did that. Case closed. Whatever. Yada yada yada. Just a few things I want to bring up, and just recently, and I'm kind of really tired as we speak. It is 2:03 a.m. on August 23rd. Shortly after I did the dump, more or less. And for those of you wondering, I guess, for my cubicle that I have in there, just mention it. For the cubicle shower, I'm not afraid of any lady peeks inside. I got nothing to hide from you, really. Whatever the case is, I don't know. I'm just, as of late though, I want to kind of discuss this. I have been really sick. And I have really been really edgy of late. Some of you may notice on Twitter that I've been really edgy, and I am sorry for it. Maybe I just needed a cold wake-up call, I don't know, but at the same time, though, I'm really getting tired of, stuff happening. I mean, I'm not going to make any ranting or anything like that, but I actually had to let some truths go. And I'm going to be rather frank with you guys, and this is very little to do with LPs, and it's about how I've actually helped others, and somehow Paladin feels that he's been doing too much for free, if you know what I'm saying. And it does have him wondering a little bit, and I've been wondering a lot lately. Of all the friends I've unmasked and such, there has been some that drive me up the wall beyond no end. But with all this trouble I've been having with my severe pain in my kidney, and Paladin is wanting something back, I guess, sometimes, and he's tired of actually waiting for things to happen. More or less. This is rather difficult for me to talk about. But I'm getting to the point in my life where I expect certain things. Sometimes it's not exactly what other people have in mind or want. Sometimes, I think I've mentioned this in the episode 2 of the Zelda 2 Let's Play. This pain that I'm feeling is a compounding of stress, combination, and it's been physical, literal. Sometimes I don't take things lightly. I've been more demanding, which I shouldn't be. I've been trying to be so selfless of things. And I don't know what to do. I've been thinking about a lot of things across my mind, and I have actually I'm even thinking about giving up the channel sometimes, on occasion, just to satisfy that need to settle down. And it's not like it's gonna happen, but when I do these Let's Plays, it does cross my mind every time I do an episode. Notice how exhausted I am, or how stressed out, how rambly I am about things, especially like right now. And holding on to things called fairness to everybody. It's just Paladin is not exact. I refer myself in the third person, but for me, I almost want to give it all up just to actually settle down. And that impatience has actually been growing. It has not stopped. And I've been really critical of people, and it's not intentional, but in a lot of ways it has been, because no one is actually helping me out with it to finally put me on a speed track to actually settling down. And my impatience tends to cloud my good judgment, and sometimes it just compounds with this problem I have, and I try to take painkillers, but I think it's increased my anxiety just quite a bit. Just but I forgot to nominate one person, and yes, despite my jealousy I get with the Ladies of Tank podcast, I'm been in contact with one of them, and I'm actually considering ceasing my endorsements of them for the sake of my channel. But one thing that I have been talking about with other people, and I get a mixed feeling about this, is whether my helping of other people is actually killing me inside. That's what some of the people I've been talking to. And other people, it's just like, no, because they're your friends. And having friends is, which is more important, betraying your friends, people who have supported you to get this far, and who you've helped this far, or actually just go on a stubborn streak and not actually care anymore. And that's the idea I've been wrestling with in the last weeks. Actually longer than that. A lot longer than that. More like years. I'm getting close to the age where I feel like I'm getting too old. I'm feeling like I'm getting too old to do anything, to wait anymore. And that's what this is all about. I'm getting too old to actually wait for life to happen. When I seek life, it's like I see people younger than me getting in my way sometimes. But the art of a paladin, sometimes you fight for a hopeless cause. It maybe sounds familiar to some people, but the art of a paladin actually is, you're sometimes fighting for a hopeless cause. Even the cause may be hopeless, it might be just. It may not be politically correct. It may not be moral. But that's what I'm actually fighting right now, is that pursuit of that always hopeless cause. And sometimes when I fall in love with others, that's what it seems. I get myself into. So, if you want to know why I'm stressed out, well, that's what it is. That I yearn for that hopeless cause where other people think are hopeless. I have a lot more courage than probably what people think I do, and might consider like reckless stupidity. But I've learned from the best people I can actually learn from, and right now, what good is a paladin that cannot face that unknown? But he has learned so much from his friends right now. And he's willing to take that one extra step into the unknown, and sometimes that's the life I seek beyond the CPLP channel. That maybe that cause I see and may not sound I'm ready to settle down. Yeah. It may not be right, some of you. I don't know, I'm keep rambling about the same old thing. I'm hurting still, but I took a painkiller today, and I'm trying my best not to be an angry person, and that's another thing I've been been thinking about too. And there's this one person who was worked with before in my one of my jobs, and he actually said to me that I one day will become an angry, blind man who is in a nursing home all alone. Has the cataracts removed from my eyes. And who's basically hopeless to just about anybody. Except he's just angry. It's so hard to escape that fate when you want desperately so bad to avoid that. It's almost like with my aunt who called, and I mentioned this in episode 2 of Zelda 2 as well, that when you have an aunt that calls you to the Satan's follower when you like things like Star Trek and stuff, that's another thing that you kind of worry about when you're told your fortune just like that, It's been rather bothering me of late, and I wanted to share it with you guys because it's been haunting me for the longest time right now. It really haunts me a lot, and I want it to go away. I want that haunting image out of my sight, where I'm actually useful to someone and something, It's been really haunting me lately. When someone projects an image of you like that, and you're living that instead of you're not living something else, and part of it is, yes, I've been hurting and pain, but I've been really emotionally distraught as of late. I've been so angry. I know I've been anxious about school being starting again, but I'm going to end the episode there because I've talked long enough. I am tired, and I want to get this episode done tonight. So it'll be done tomorrow. I will continue to endorse the PGP podcast and Tank podcast. And try and do my best to help other people, even though it may be a hopeless cause in the end, or whatever cause is. And nothing comes from it. Paladin seems to get the idea in his head that something always comes from it. Well, Paladin always, sometimes always had a hopeless cause. If you watched the Western. But I will see you guys in the next episode, or next video, whatever it may be, next Tank podcast, or whatever you want to talk about. Not Tank podcast, I don't know if I'll ever be on that podcast. I know PGP podcast will come out at some point. There are links in the description below. I'll continue to endorse them. Yeah, even if it's just for Jenny, you know, I'll do it for her. Please leave it a like. Also subscribe to my channel if you want to see more. And I will see you in the next video.